Let's talk acrylic yarn. I know, it has a bit of a bad rap. Some people love it, some people absolutely hate it and hate even thinking about it or talking about it, and definitely hate crocheting with it. However, I am one of those people that loves it. And there are a few brands that are my absolute favorite go-to brands, and a few that are meh, and a few that I absolutely will avoid like the plague. I want crocheting to be fun and not uncomfortable and gross. So here are the reasons I love acrylic yarn. It's hypoallergenic, it's washable, and it's affordable. And the other thing I love about acrylic yarn is it comes in so many colors. There's just like a million colors of acrylic yarn. Some lines have more than others. That is one of my favorite things. You can really, customize whatever you're making easily with acrylic yarn because there's just so many colors to choose from. So today I'm going to be doing my tier list here on my computer, which is over here, but I'm going to put it up on the screen so you'll see. So my tier list has 5 categories, and it is number 1, this is the best one, is Untangled Bliss. It has a little crown by it, that's how you know it's good. That is my number 1 category. My favorite yarns will be in that one. Then there's Worthy of the Whip, and that means it's pretty good. It's, it's decent, but it's not my absolute favorite, but it's good. It's decent. Then we got Stash Filler. That's my 3rd tier down. That basically means it's tolerable, probably not something that it's kind of like it was on sale, maybe you get it, maybe you put it in your stash and you kind of forgot why you even bought it, but it was on sale and it was a pretty color maybe. All right, then we got Splitsville. That is tier number 4. That means it's pretty bad. Not something I would use, but I mean, I might use it occasionally for like a specific reason. Maybe there's a good reason. I don't know what that reason would be, but it's not like I'll never use it. It's just definitely not one that I would go to if I had any other choice. And then we have Frogged and Forgotten, which is my last tier, and this is the lowest of the low as far as I'm concerned. The ones that I just won't buy, period. I won't buy, I can't use this, no. Mainly because of the way it feels for me, because that is my biggest indicator of if I will use a yarn or not. It's how it feels. And you see I have my yarns down here at the bottom. I've got Brava by Knit Picks. I've got Impeccable Yarn by Loops and Threads. We got Red Heart Super Saver. We got I Love This Yarn, Premier Anti-Pilling, Caron Cinnamon Swirl Cakes, Caron Simply Soft, and Lion Brand Heartland. Those are the yarns that we will be talking about today. All right, so let's just dive in here. First, we're going to start with Brava. Brava is a yarn that I use a lot because it's affordable, it comes in good colors for the most part, and I don't know, it's pretty reliable. It just tends to be good. It's pretty soft. The one thing that I've noticed about Brava that I don't love is a couple of the colors that I've ordered. It's from either Knit Picks or We Crochet. Most of them are fine. Every once in a while there's one color that is like completely different than it looks on the site. There's this one corally color that I bought for a blanket not that long ago, and it ended up being like this neon pinkish orange color that was not at all what I thought it was going to be. So that wasn't my favorite. And there is a blue that I ordered also that was just like weirdly bright blue that I didn't love, but it's not enough for me to like. I like this yarn, don't get me wrong, I like it. There's just a couple colors that I'm not a huge fan of, but for the most part, Brava by Knit Picks is a very good yarn. The only other thing I don't love about it is that you can only get it on their website. You can't go to the store and buy it. So that's kind of like if you need it now, you're waiting until it shows up. And but it's not too bad. I mean, it ships relatively quickly. It's not the end of the world, but it is very affordable and they do go on sale frequently. So I like it for that fact. And also it is soft. So bonus for that. So I'm going to put this one up in Worthy of the Whip. And yes, I'm doing this in Canva, so I'm getting all these weird little things pop up while I'm working on this. Next up, we have Impeccable by Loops and Threads. This yarn, what I like about it is that I can go to Michael's and there's a ton of it there every time. And I can just drive down to Michael's and it's there. I like the colors. It does have a lot of really pretty colors, and it does work in my knitting machine if I ever want to use make something on my knitting machine, although I have to be careful because it tends to knit kind of tight. It's just something about the way the yarn is. But I'm not a huge fan of the texture of this yarn. I don't hate it. I use it, it's kind of like I use it because it's just conveniently located at Michael's. And if I need yarn, I can just run there and get it. There's something about the texture that I don't like crocheting with. I don't mind using it in my knitting machine as much because I'm not like as hands-on with it, but there's something about it that I don't like, and I can't exactly put my finger on it. It just kind of feels like something doesn't jive with me. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna put this in stash filler because that is basically what it ends up being for me. I get it and I have it in my stash and it's there and I use it sometimes, but it's not my go-to, okay? It's not my go-to, but I do love the colors. Very pretty colors, I'll give it that. Okay, this next one, I'm sure some people are gonna be upset, but I'm sorry, I can't not be, my opinion can't not be what it is. I don't know what I'm saying. Red Heart Super Saver is going in number 5. I can't use this yarn. It is so scratchy, and I know everybody says that you can wash it with stuff. You can wash it with like conditioner or vinegar or something, and it becomes softer, and that's fine. The only problem is I have to use it as it is first. I have to crochet with it while it's scratchy, and I can't do that. I can't handle it. It makes me my skin's gonna come off. I don't know. I can't even explain how it makes me feel. It makes me feel very uncomfortable. I don't want to be uncomfortable when I'm crafting because that's my happy time. While I know that it comes in a lot of colors and it's very affordable, and if you love it, good for you. Nothing wrong with that. If you can handle it, that's great. If I could handle it, I would buy it, but I can't. So that's going in number 5. Sorry. I know that they had the I know they have the Red Heart soft one that's a little better. I'm not saying that's not good. That is totally doable, possibly. But this one, no. All right, next up, we got I Love This Yarn by Hobby Lobby. I do love this yarn. This yarn is so soft. I love this yarn because it's so soft. And I also love going to Hobby Lobby and seeing all the colors just like, it's like they have a really good progression of colors, I feel like, in some of it. And then every once in a while, it's like I can't find the color I need. But I feel like there's a lot of good like color shifts in the palettes. Also, it goes on sale and it comes in a nice big skein or whatever. And I love the texture. It's very, very, very soft and it's consistent. And I like that. I'm gonna put I Love This Yarn up in Untangled Bliss because that is one of my go-tos. So this next one, this is a yarn that probably you've already heard of, like I've known about for like a long time. I just recently tried this yarn for the first time, Premier Anti-Pilling, and I absolutely love it. I absolutely love this yarn. It is my favorite yarn now, right now. At this moment in my life, right now, I absolutely love this yarn. I have a whole box of it over here. I have a whole blanket planned with some Premier Anti-Pilling and another Premier Painterly yarn that is gorgeous. I love it. I love this yarn. It's so incredibly soft and it just feels amazing. And also, also it's anti-pilling, right? Always good. You wash it, it's not going to pill. But the best thing I think the thing that I love about this yarn the most, in addition to the softness, is their website. They have a little color comparison thingy, and you can go on there and put the different colors next to each other and while you're shopping and actually really be able to plan out something. And also, the colors are pretty darn close to what they look like in real life, which is amazing. That alone has like been a game changer for me. I love it. Premier Anti-Pilling is going on the top, and I feel like I'm going to take this little crown and I'm going to move it on top of this yarn because this is my top number 1. So there we go. It's got a little crown. Isn't that cute? Number 1, my favorite right now at the moment. I don't know. I could change my mind eventually, but that's my favorite right now. Okay, so this next yarn, I really wanted to like this yarn a lot. I love the color. The color is gorgeous. The Caron Cinnamon Swirl Cakes, and it was the color Oyster. And I got 4 of them because they were on sale. And I thought, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And I loved it. And I still love the color, don't get me wrong. But I don't like the way it feels. One, it's almost soft. It's like soft, but kind of like in a kind of squeaky and plasticky. And the worst part is that the colors, it's like this really pretty, like color progression. And then all of a sudden, you'll get to a random like split where they've spliced it together and it's completely wrong. It's like the colors get completely messed up, and that really bothered me. So I actually had to I was making a cowl and I had to go through and like find the right, cut off a bunch and find the right color, splice them together properly and continue on. And that happened like 2 or 3 times in one cake of yarn. And then also it got in a giant knot while I was working, and I had to sit there and unknot it for like 30 minutes of my life. So after that experience, I don't think I'll be buying this again. However, it's not as bad as Super Saver for me as far as texture. So I'm gonna put it in Splitsville because it's just, I wanted to like it. I really did, and I just didn't. And I don't know if all the Caron whatever cakes are like that. I haven't really used many of them, to be honest. I felt a few at the store and I thought they felt really scratchy, and I didn't buy them because of that. But this one wasn't so scratchy, but then I ended up not liking it anyway. Our next candidate is Caron Simply Soft. Now this one it's a divisive one. People either love this yarn or they don't love this yarn. It's kind of like cilantro. It's the cilantro of yarns. I do love cilantro. I do not love this yarn. The reason I don't love this yarn is the shininess. And I'm gonna put this like in between here because I don't feel like it's bad. It's soft. It lives up to its name. I'm not gonna disagree with that, but I just don't like the shininess of it. I have had a few of these in my stash for it's probably been 6 years now. I've still got it there because it's like I just keep thinking, well, I'll use it eventually. I think I'm finally just gonna donate it because I'm never gonna use it. It looks completely different than the rest of my yarn. Like you have all your yarn all, organized together, and then you have that one that just is shiny. And it's like, why is it shiny? And that brings us to our last yarn of this little tier list, and that is Heartland by Lion Brand. And this is one of my favorites. I would probably say that this yarn, before I met Anti-Pilling Premier, was my favorite yarn. It is so soft. I love the colors. The only thing I don't love about the colors is that there's not that many of them. I mean, there's a decent amount of them, but there's not like a ton, and they're all kind of a tweedy, marled, thing. So it depends on what you're doing. That's fine for, a lot of things. Like I make a lot of hats with this yarn, with my knitting machine. I love this yarn for hats with my knitting machine. They're warm, they're soft, they look good. It's not quite as much my favorite as Premier Anti-Pilling. I think I might just stick it, like, let's see. Let me just kind of put these on a little, we'll put it like, maybe here. Premier Anti-Pilling needs to be at the top, and then these can go here, and then they're perfectly spaced. There we go. I don't want to put it down in Worthy of the Whip just because of the lack of colors, because I still love it. It's great. So soft. So incredibly soft, and it comes in a nice big skein, and that's great because you don't run out for a while. There's one thing about Premier Anti-Pilling that if I were to knock it down for anything, it would be that the skeins are smaller than say Heartland or I Love This Yarn, but it's still affordable, so not the end of the world. That's kind of just my own personal preference. I just like a big skein so I don't run out of yarn for a long time, but just buy more of them and it'll be fine. All right, so that was my tier list of acrylic yarns. Let me know down in the comments if you think that my opinions are terrible, or if you agree with my opinions, or if you have anything else to add, one that's on this list that is your favorite. I'd love to hear. If you enjoyed this video, please take a moment to leave a like and be sure to comment down below with your favorite yarns or your opinion. You want to chat about yarn? Let's chat about yarn. And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thanks for watching.